South Peak.
Well, we want to welcome South Peak students here in Cebu.
So, Mayor, Cebu is really known for its tourist spots in Southeast Asia. It is also a popular tourist destination in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
It is well known for its good beaches,
Mm-hmm.
tourist spots, the mountains, the resorts. But aside from that, Mayor, what's more in Cebu that would encourage people to visit?
Well, Cebu is very friendly, and many people who come to Cebu are not from here. They just like it here. We have different cultures. I think one of the things, we have a wide selection of seafood, and I think Japanese are very sensitive about seafood, and we have different kinds of fruits also that's not found in Japan. Matter of fact, I think the number one fruit that Japanese like are mangoes. The best mangoes in the Philippines are in Cebu. And we also have many sites that you can visit. One of the most popular now is whale shark. These people are so amazed that normally we grew up thinking that these big creatures can eat you, but these whales are harmless, and you actually swim with them. And you can find this there in the internet, and they're getting so many people. And we also have different places for outdoors, hiking, biking, island hopping, and other things. But the number one seller is beautiful seas. That's the number one seller.
What impression or image of Cebu you want other people, other tourists, other foreigners to instill or know about Cebu? What image of Cebu you want them to know?
Island living. Island living. We don't have snow. We don't have cold weather. The water is always warm, and it's very casual. And Japanese like casual living here because urban living in Japan is very formal. Everyone wears suits, and sometimes you just don't want to wear anything at all, just a t-shirt, and that's what Cebu is all about.
Cebu has been partnering with Japan in their major constructions, like their bridges in Cebu and Mactan, the SRPs, and other infrastructures are invested with the help of Japan. Recently, also, you have a partnership with Yokohama, Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of distance, the Japan and the Philippines are a neighboring country. They're very close in terms of distance. How do you describe, Mayor, the relationship of Japan and the Philippines, and what future projects or partnership would we expect?
Well, I'd like to add that aside from not being very far, remember you come to Cebu, there's practically no time change. You go to Hawaii, you get problem adjusting to the new time. And by the time you go back to Japan, you get busy again because it's different hours. So it's very user-friendly for a Japanese traveler to come to Cebu. We have many projects. We've been looking for a long time to establish recreational facilities for retirees.
What other projects or partnership do we expect from Philippines and Japanese relationship?
Well, we are already heavily engaged in bringing Japanese factories here, usually in the area of electronics and other items. And we try to get involved with outsourcing, but we have a little language problem, very hard for Filipinos to speak Japanese.
Around 600,000 Japanese comes to the Philippines in 2017. And more than half of that comes to Cebu than the other cities. What is the difference between Cebu and other major cities like Manila? Why do you think Japanese people come here to Cebu instead of those cities or places?
Because it's nicer. It's much nicer here in Cebu. And as a matter of fact, many Japanese who go to Manila are basically for business reasons or other matters. Here, we have a much higher percentage of people who just want to come and visit. And we try to keep it that way.
Many people are coming to Cebu not just because of its tourist destination, but also of its educational program, especially its ESL school or its language program for English. What's your opinion about this industry and its possible future for Cebuanos?
It's a growing industry because many people from Korea and Japan want to learn English. And people in Cebu speak better English than Manila. Because you see, the national language is based on the dialect in Manila, and which is really Tagalog. And we don't speak Tagalog here. We would rather talk in English. So it just so happened that we would rather communicate in English than in the national language.
Cebuanos are very good English speakers. Do you have any policies of the city in producing such good English speakers?
Not really, but just the fact that we don't speak the national language so well, we'd rather speak in English or in Cebuano. So we have a very high percentage of people who can speak English.
What do you think about this industry of the education program that focuses on English? In what part of the system that it helps normal Cebuanos and that industry of English in terms of their life?
Normally, it's just a transition period for people coming out of school. That there are many who are qualified to speak English, so and they find that the pay scale is actually better than being a laborer. So it's easier for them to teach and earn money in English.
We know that the Philippines is very much more of a developing country and it has a long way to go to reach a developed status. What do you think are the major changes here in Cebu City in terms of modernization and keeping up with other countries?
Well, our contacts with the international community are greatly strengthened. We have more and more connections. Social media allows us to access the rest of the world. This phenomenon called globalization is a big factor that will make us bridge that gap. We have a wonderful new international airport, which is arguably one of the best in Asia. And all of these little points, factors add up as a cumulative effect in bringing us out of the development stage.
We've seen the Cebu's growth in these past years. We've seen skyscrapers in IT, new airport, the SRP projects. I can see that infrastructures of Cebu are rapidly developing. Could you tell us more about the future changes in infrastructures 5 or 10 years from now?
Oh, just more of the same. We will have a mass transit system here in the BRT. We will have a third bridge to Mactan. This will open up the southern part of Mactan to a very beautiful reclamation project in Cordova. I think these are game changers.
Let's go to the safety and security here. Some Japanese is still afraid to go to Cebu because of security reasons. in this past years, what are the major steps and actions you did to improve the safety and security of Cebu City?
We have not had a single terrorist incident here in Cebu City. Not zero. There's incidents of crime, but I think this is true everywhere, and we are taking steps to improve. We are very active in promoting safety, not only for foreigners, but for our local residents as well.
So, in your opinion, is Cebu City safe?
In my opinion, Cebu City can be safer. I never like to say it's safe because that's not my job. When something happens, then it's always because you were not prepared. So we always have to think that we have to watch out and take care of our people.
How do you describe the public safety in Cebu now?
It could use some improvement, frankly speaking, but we're working on it.
What advice would you give to anxious Japanese going to Cebu?
Well, we have a lot of petty thievery, just like Hong Kong and other places. So hang on to your handbags and hang on to your wallets and just don't flaunt it. Yes, some people, they come from elsewhere and they look for victims. Well, we want to welcome South Peak students here in Cebu. My cell phone is always on Facebook, so you can just have to find somebody who can speak English and explain to me, and we'll see what we can do to help you. Thank you very much.